Thank you very much, y'all. Thank you so much, y'all.
Thank you very much.
So hello everyone at Luke Rides. What you're going to learn here today is how from start to finish do you replace the clutch fluid on your Ducati S2R 1000 Super Naked. So let's learn that here today. Yeah.
It's showtime.
What we're learning today is how to change the clutch fluid for an S2R 1000 Super Naked. Brembo, seal, at the top. Diaphragm. You're wondering why do we have this material around the clutch fluid reservoir. Clutch fluid destroys painted surfaces. So this kitchen paper is going to absorb any spills to stop any clutch fluid touching any of the painted anodized surfaces like the handlebars. Stunning Ducati red paint. Ducati red. And oh my god, that's so black. That's disgusting. And the clutch has to use that dirty fluid in order to work. The fluid will be dirty for two different reasons, ish. The fluid will be dirty for two reasons. One, the inside of the hose that's going to the The fluid will be dirty for two reasons. The inside of the hose that goes to the slave cylinder is deteriorating, or the seals in the slave cylinder, or even the master cylinder, are starting to deteriorate. We don't know this motorcycle. We're only just getting to know this motorcycle, and that is why we are giving it special attention, because we want it in the family to boost. But no matter whether something's got full service history like this motorcycle has, you gotta wonder who forgot to change the fluid, how long ago was it. So if you're buying a motorcycle in the future, it's definitely worth looking into as to whether clutch fluid has been changed, brake fluid's been changed. A lot of people just think an oil and filter is a service. Okay, it's looking real nice in there now. Don't be tempted to pull that clutch lever with no fluid inside the reservoir. Yeah, it's really about introducing air from the reservoir into the master cylinder, which will cause you the most problems. Today we're using Brembo .4. Yeah, so it's really good and long lasting, and it's Great stuff. I'll be topping that up time and time again, I reckon. The slave cylinder. So the master cylinder is up on the handlebars. This is the slave. What happens is hydraulic pressure pushes a piston, which in turn pushes a push rod through the engine to the clutch and pushes the pressure plate away from the clutch pack. It's a system that's been employed for lots of decades and has now been superseded, but if something works. So I'm just cracking it off and sucking up some of the clutch fluid. I'm also just watching up on the handlebars as the fluid gets lower and lower. Whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm just capping it off. There's going to be some bubbles as it ingresses up into the pipe from a bad fitment here. It's not actually anything to do other than this pipe is just not as old. But you can see the colour of the fluid. It's certainly worth us doing this right now. I'm starting to get clean fluid through now, so that will do. I'll just check how the clutch operates. It feels great. It feels way better than before. And so, as an example, this is the amount of fluid removed just by bleeding a clutch. I've probably extracted or put through more fluid than is necessary, but it's an incredibly small amount. Just making sure the bleed nipple is closed off and putting its protective cap on. I'm just giving the diaphragm a little wipe off, popping it in, and what you'll notice in the reservoir is the level will look like it's rising because this diaphragm takes up quite a bit of space. There we go. I could always add a little extra fluid if you really want. Do you really want that? It's difficult to measure though. Let's give it a few drops, okay, but we're not going to go crazy. He says, and then he overfills it. Whoa, you little bugger. There we go. Right, here we go. Diaphragm on and in and on. Okay, here we go, putting the diaphragm in. You'll notice the fluid level rise slightly. It's a nice fit, nothing's caught. The diaphragm also has this little plastic collar just to keep it its shape. And then this is just the cap. Hold everything in place. I'm just going to hold on to it as I rotate rather than stressing. Okay, now a little bit of brake cleaner just to tidy everything up in case anything got by. Okay, we don't want brake cleaner on painted surfaces or anodized surfaces. So just as a precaution, really. And there we go. That is a clutch fluid change. Sorry about that. On an S2R Monster. The clutch feels fantastic. That feels way better. Fresh Brembo fluid. It's a job well done. So again, that's how much fluid I've withdrawn from this motorcycle, which isn't much. I've probably done too much. So when you see people like, what's his name, Del Boy's Garage and stuff like that, extracting huge amounts that are then going into
waste, you know it's not. You know he's not recycling it. This we have separate containers for, so this will go to recycling. But it seems pointless me taking out huge quantities of fluid when you don't need to. I've actually probably taken out too much there, but I'm good with it. It's fine.
Thanks for watching, everybody at Luke Rides. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one and had good fun with that one. And yeah, you've got to be very careful not to make any mistakes with that brake fluid, because if you do and you get even a dribble on your anodized surface or paintwork, oh, you're going to be in a world of hurt. So you don't want to do that. You have to be very careful with that. But yeah, hopefully this has helped you. Thanks for watching.
The way we...
The little rascal has spirit. Has water.
This is the end of the trail for me.
Thank you.
Thank you, kid.
Luke Rides needs distinguished copy. Yeah.